There it is.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
Are we doing it?
First off, for those of you watching and recording, we're waiting 1 minute to get this started. Let's crack her open.
Woo! Oh, all over my computer. We love that.
Cheers. It's a Zevia because, no alcohol right now.
75 hard, that's why.
75 hard. Yeah.
That is just great.
All right. Well, we are all set to get our Why eXp webinar kicked off. We're calling this our rapid webinar because we want to, respect everybody's time and get through the highlights in about 15 to 20 minutes. So we're going to get going right away. Anybody that is watching live, just know that there is about a 15, 20-second delay. Feel free to throw any questions in the chat. If we have time, we will get to those. Otherwise, always feel free to email us or text us anytime to answer any of your questions. So, Brady, take it away, buddy.
With that, let's get started, shall we? Quick little introduction of myself and Tyler. Tyler, you want to kind of introduce yourself?
Yeah, so for those of you who haven't met me, my name is Tyler Miller. I'm the team leader of the Tyler Miller team, very cleverly named, I know. I'm over at eXp Realty, and I have a team of 13 agents currently, one of them being the boy wonder beneath me, Brady Holland. Yeah. We have 4 administrative staff members. Been a realtor since 2013, got my license when I was 18 back in 06, but I got full-time in 2013. The team is a top 25 team in the Twin Cities and a top 3 team in Anoka County where we're officed out of. Brady?
Yes. Yeah, I've been a member on the Tyler Miller team and got licensed on October 20th. Had an offer accepted in my first 10 days of being licensed, which was absolutely incredible. And I'm top 3 in production on the Tyler Miller team, just being in the business for, just over 7 months now. So
yeah, kind of a show off. 10 days in, just offer accepted.
What can I say? That's the eXp difference right there.
Like you had good partners or something to help you out.
It's like people could just answer all these questions I had. It was incredible. All right, let's jump right into it. Okay, so just a question for you, Tyler, and myself, but why eXp? Why this brokerage out of all the hundreds out there?
It's the $1 million question. And I think there's many different ways to answer this, but the best way to say it, in my opinion, and I sent this in a text recently, I'm just going to read it. The purest form of true partnership and collaboration that leads to the best version of your business with massive passive income opportunities. It's the best way to sum up eXp.
That's word to word exactly what it is. It's incredible. For me, it was the amount of resources. It's unlimited resources for me to be as successful as I want to be. If I want to put in, hours and hours, all the resources are set right there for me, and I have everything I need. And it's been so helpful already in my career. So
right. Yeah. For a brand new agent, there's literally nothing you can't do. And I think you're one who has really taken advantage of that opportunity in front of you, and no surprise, you're having immediate success.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. So let's look into it. The secret sauce of eXp and all the collaboration we're talking about it, Tyler, you kind of just want to touch on all this and kind of what it truly means?
Yeah. So not to bury the lead, we want to tell you right off the bat, like, why eXp? And like I kind of mentioned, it's the true partnership and collaboration. That's the secret sauce that eXp has. And that's why you as an agent at eXp, if you choose the right partnership, you will have the best experience ever, because you will have unlimited resources and blueprints and playbooks and anything you could ever ask for from the 7 partners above you. And what I mean by that is, if you look at this picture here, let's say you watching this would join our line of partners at eXp. That would be you in the middle, and you would be exposed to all these different people who, if you don't know them, I can get into this on another webinar, but these guys are some of the top producers throughout the country, and they happen to be our direct business partners. And so combined between just the 7 people on this screen, there's been over 2.5 billion in volume production since 2021. It's literally insane. And so if your goal is to sell houses and make money, getting information, playbook, strategies, all the stuff from these people who are incentivized by the company to help you sell houses is going to be invaluable. And that's why I chose to take my business to eXp.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, I've learned something from every single one of these people. Like all of them have gave me super valuable information. So it's incredible.
Especially the guy in the bottom left corner. Like that guy is phenomenal.
Yeah, he's okay. I mean, yeah, I know he's pretty great. What can I say? But kind of continuing the secret sauce.
Yeah, so Brady, you know all about the Fast Forward movement and the North Star Alliance. So to explain it to the people watching, when we came over to eXp, we joined a pretty elite group of realtors just in Minnesota that make up, some of the most, or they not some of the top producing line of partners within all of Minnesota at eXp. There's over 300 of us just in our partnership. The guy on the screen, there's Parker Pemberton. His team, for example, sells just about 1,000 houses a year. So having that person at your disposal at all times to just ask like, hey, how do I hire my first assistant? Or, how do I start growing my team and stuff like that is invaluable. We are also a part of the Fast Forward movement, who is run by Dan Beer and Kyle Whistle, who are pictured there. And there's over 10,000 agents worldwide in that partnership. And they do masterminds every single day during the week that can allow people like Brady and myself to jump on and learn directly from them. So it's pretty incredible, but just to understand, you're joining a couple different groups of amazing agents there.
Yeah, it's incredible. Like I said, there's masterminds for the North Star Alliance and the Fast Forward movement all the time, and we're always collaborating. It's very, very helpful.
Yeah, it's invaluable.
Yeah. So the basics. What is eXp Realty? What is it as a company?
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand. They don't quite grasp exactly why it's such a groundbreaking business model. And just to sum it up, it's an agent-owned, worldwide, cloud-based brokerage. So there's not all these brick and mortar offices. You as an agent could join a team that has an office space. You could join partners that have an office space, or you could lease your own office space or work from home. But the reason that that's important to understand is they have more money in the pot that they want to reward you with not having such a high overhead. And so when I put on here, it says with an exit plan for agents, they can, because they have low overhead, they actually have a business model set up where they pay back half of their revenue to all their agents every single year. So in 2021, there was $1 billion given back to the agents. That's literally crazy. So you show me another brokerage that even gives 5% of their revenue back, and I'll call you a liar. It doesn't really exist. And so it just allows for business partnership, and because they're sharing revenue and they're rewarding agents who are helping other agents sell houses, it cultivates just a massive collaboration effort amongst all the other agents. It
really does. It's incredible.
Yep. So that's eXp Realty, cloud-based.
So the commission caps structure, how does that all work? We've heard Icon. What's that all about, Tyler?
Yeah. So first and foremost, there's a commission cap. And some of you may be watching this and be like, what does that mean? Because when I was at my previous brokerage, there was no cap on how much commission I could pay the company. They had an endless amount that I had to owe them. At eXp Realty, there is a commission cap, and you'll see here there's 5 different ways to set up your business. I'll touch on the most common one, which is the Icon agent. That would be if Brady, you came over as a solo agent and you weren't going to join a team or anything. eXp has it set up where you would only pay them $16,000 at most that year, which again is very, very low. If you guys haven't looked around at other brokerages, you'll learn that very quickly. $16,000 cap, and the $16,000 cap is paid in a 20% increment on your commission checks to eXp Realty. Once you achieve that cap, you would then have a $5,000 capping fee, which is paid out in over 20 transactions at $250 a piece. The cool part about that is if you are able to achieve that, which, probably take 25 to 30 transactions, so just somewhere in there. eXp will reward you for capping and give you $16,000 back in stock. So basically you're working there for free, assuming the stock appreciates in value, which it just did recently. Can't wait to share those numbers. So the top agents do basically get paid to work at eXp over time. Otherwise, people looking to join a team, just know that depending on the size of the team, you could have a commission cap as low as $4,000. And that's what my team members have here at the Tyler Miller team. So Brady, being a Tyler Miller team member, the most he'll ever pay eXp Realty is $4,000. And again, good luck finding lower than that. It doesn't exist. So yeah, that's kind of the basics of it.
For sure. Moving on kind of to the commissions and fees as, that solo agent that you were talking about. You want to kind of touch on those things?
Yeah. So again, this is going back to if you were the Icon solo agent, $16,000 cap. We already broke down how it splits out. The other fees that are involved, there's a $25 broker review fee to make sure that you're just, you're turning in a good file. This is a really cool piece too. Everybody's heard of E&O insurance. Every brokerage has it. Most times it's paid out once a year as a giant chunk of money, usually around $700 to $1,000. eXp Realty actually charges $40 per file up to $500. So you're only paying that when you're making money, which is amazing. Let's say you only have one transaction and you pay in $40. You're not having to make up the difference between $40 and $500. It's just they got your back, whether you pay in $40 or $500. And then there's the capping fee we talked about. Once you have paid in the $16,000, you owe another $5,000 in capping fees per transaction. If you don't end up paying the full $5,000, again, it's not owed. It's just if you achieve that, then you get the stock reimbursement. And then there's a $75 transaction fee after you have achieved Icon status, you've received your stock back. And now at that point, any transaction after that is $75. So it gets a little confusing, but just know overall the fees are pretty low, very competitive compared to most brokerages. And then let's see here. Everything else is kind of talking about for team members. Again, if you're thinking about joining a team, first off, you should call me. We're always looking to grow. But I'd be happy to clue you in on how it's maybe a little bit different for you guys, but that's kind of the basics of it to not get too confusing.
Yeah. What about the other basics, the other fees, the tech fees and all that stuff? What's that cost you?
Yeah, so it's $85 and then there's like a $6 service charge or tax or something. So it ends up being $91 a month for their technology fee, which includes SkySlope, transaction management software, KV Core, CRM, the eXp World, which is a crazy, awesome, literally a world kind of like The Sims. You create a little avatar and you can walk around this world and has every resource imaginable. There's different trainings you can attend. You can do the Gangnam Style dance with your avatar. You can drive boats in this world. It's really cool, but they have like their office meetings once a week, like the state meetings. There's all sorts of awesome things. If you need IT help, you log into the world and they'll take over your computer right there. So $80 or $91 for that. One-time startup fee of $149. Again, if you join the right team, that team leader would pay for that. And the last little note here, it says eXp does not charge a broker admin fee. So if you are a solo agent or a team leader looking to, get more money out of your transactions, have more money in the pot to reward your team, get lead sources, whatever, this is a huge opportunity because in Minnesota, it's pretty customary that every brokerage charges a broker admin fee. And so, for example, on our team, we charge $799 a transaction. And that goes directly back to us to help run our business, where at most brokerages, that goes back to the brokerage, whether you're using their systems or not. So huge opportunity. If you're selling lots of units, that's a way that you can really add some extra profit to your bottom line.
Totally.
That was a big game changer. That math, when I ran it, I was like, man, that opens up a lot, you know.
It does, yeah. What other items that does eXp have that we can use?
Well, believe it or not, there is healthcare at eXp. I was actually on it. So I can tell you all about that if you guys have questions on that. Stock options. So there's an agent equity program. Brady, you're enrolled in this, right?
Yes.
Do you want to describe what that is?
Yeah. So what it is, you know, it takes 5% of my commission checks and it buys eXp stock at a 10% discount, which is incredible.
So you're able to buy eXp stock at a discount. You don't have to sign up for that, but a lot of agents do. And, you know, the stock has been kind of just sitting around, I don't know, between $10 and $15 a share for the last year. This video is shot in 2023. And recently it jumped way up to like $20. And looking at it, I checked my account and in 24 hours, I made $45,000. And like that's stock that some of it I purchased, but some of it has been rewarded to me for different things that you can do at the company, like achieving your icon status, stuff like that. So it's an amazing opportunity to own stock in a company that you work at. So yeah, that's a pretty rare one. And, you know, right now eXp is about 90,000 agents. They're planning to get to 500,000 in the next 5 years. So the stock more than likely will continue to go up, you know. They have a luxury division, if that's important to you, different perks of that. There's a mentorship program for those of you joining eXp that haven't sold many houses. I'm actually a mentor at eXp, so I could help you with that as well. I have 2 mentees right now. Talk about the eXp world already. A big difference between eXp and Keller Williams. At Keller Williams, they pay out profit share. So that's money they have left over after paying expenses. And it's also only paid out based on that individual office / market center. So the numbers with profit share per market center are a lot lower than revenue share with an entire company. And then also, if you're looking to sell houses in a different state as well as Minnesota, at Keller Williams, you'd have to pay 2 different commission structures or caps at each market center. So you're doubling your expenses. At eXp, there's only 1 cap no matter where in the world you sell real estate. So if you're looking to expand into different markets, eXp is an amazing opportunity there. And the last thing I'll mention is Real Brokerage is a kind of a eXp knockoff duplicate type of model. And, you know, good company, nothing bad to say about it. But I will say the big difference is the retirement plan. So at eXp, we have like a passive income opportunity, which we'll get into here shortly. And basically there's less partners that you can kind of get in touch with and be in a partnership with at Real. And so there's just less potential money for retirement. But then also at Real, in order to collect your passive income, you still have to sell a certain amount of houses every year. And so you're 75 years old, you're retiring from real estate finally, and now you got to continue to sell a few houses a year to collect your retirement income. That doesn't sound like a good plan to me. Here at eXp, you just have to have your real estate license. You don't have to sell actively, and it's a willable asset. So you can take your revenue share, your passive income you're making, and will that to your family in the event that you were to pass away. So it's an awesome exit strategy from the business. I love real estate, but I don't want to do it my entire life. So
yeah. Let's move on here to the revenue share. You kind of touched on this a little bit, but can you just kind of quickly?
Yeah. So at the very beginning, I said why eXp, and I mentioned massive potential passive income. And this is part of it. This is like where it comes in, and that's revenue share. So revenue share allows competitors to become business partners overnight. So what I mean by that is, let's say Brady was at Remax and he wants to join eXp. Well, if he joined and I was his sponsor or one of his partners, we're now kind of on the same team, whether he's on my team or not. I want him to succeed because every house he sells, to a certain extent, there's a cap on this, but every house he sells, I get paid by the company. And so we're now in business together. We're no longer these agents that maybe we're even at the same company. We're both at Remax and we both like each other, but we're competition. We're competing over the same houses, the same area. And if Brady sells some houses, nothing happens for me and vice versa. And I'm really not going to share everything I'm doing with Brady because he could probably take some sales from me. But this allows us to just align and just be like, yeah, I want Brady to succeed. I hope he sells 100 houses, because not only does he deserve it, but I would make some passive income there.
Yeah.
So that part is amazing. That's like my favorite part. No one's touching your money. I want to reiterate that. eXp does not like dig into Brady's pocket when he sells a house and give me money. That's not how it works. Like I said, they share half of their revenue with their agents. So when I sell a house or when Brady sells a house, eXp over here gives me a little bit of money and says, thanks for helping Brady.
Mm-hmm.
All this. And then pyramid scheme. I've heard this one a lot. Pyramid scheme. No, it's not a pyramid scheme. A pyramid scheme is built on false promises and maybe some, just bad practices, taking other people's money, stuff like that. This is not the case. This is purely an exit strategy. So you can fight this as much as you want, but it's not a pyramid scheme. It's a pyramid. Okay. There's partners, but what corporation is not a pyramid? Show me a successful corporation. I'll show you somebody sitting on top, right? Elon Musk, and he's got his board and he's got his investors or however you want to look at it. They're all pyramids, guys. It's just an exit strategy. And you got to stop fighting the whole pyramid scheme thing. It's a way to exit the business. That's it,
Yep.
So yeah, that's it.
You want to go over this little example that we kind of put together?
Absolutely. So, and actually really quick, just checking the chat. We have a couple people in there, but no questions yet. So revenue share example. So this gets a little tricky to follow, so I'll do my best to explain it. Please reach out if you have questions on this, because this is the magic to one day you not having to continue to sell houses. Okay, so in this scenario, I sponsor Brady. So Brady joins the company. He designates me as a sponsor. Then there's somebody named Max who joins Brady as Brady is his sponsor. And Max brings in or attracts ABC team. So that's kind of how it lays out, okay? If you look at the revenue share breakdown, you'll see there's 7 tiers. So what that means is I could have 7 tiers of business partners. And these tiers it goes 7 tiers down, but it can go unlimited amount of people wide. So tier 1 for me would be Brady. Okay, so I brought in Brady to the company. He's in my tier 1. I could bring in another million of Bradys. And there could be just all those people in tier 1. There's no limit. When Brady brings in Max is in my tier 2. He's in Brady's tier 1. Okay. And then ABC team, if Max brings in ABC team is in my tier 3. ABC team is in Brady's tier 2. So that's how it works. You can go 7 deep and unlimited amount wide. The 2 boxes you want to pay attention to is the one in the middle. It says first tier agents needed. So those are the amount of frontline qualifying realtors. That's what FLQR stands for, which means you need to add at least 1 person to unlock your first tier that sells at least 2 homes every 6 months. You see at the bottom, a qualified agent sells 2 homes every 6 months. In order for me to unlock tier 2, I need to bring in 5 Bradys that sell 2 houses every 6 months. So that's how you unlock tiers. You have to bring in agents that actually sell houses. It can't just be random people. And that's why I love this model, because it makes you work with people who actually want to sell homes and are here to be serious, and they're not just putting their license there and not doing anything with it. The other box you want to pay attention to is the one on the far right. That's the max potential per agent per year. So in this example, Brady, if he sells enough houses to cap, right? He hits that $16,000 cap. I would make $2,800 off of Brady's production. Again, paid by the company, not from Brady.
Yep.
And then you'll see there's different amounts per tier, and those are not set in stone. Those switch and move based on the revenue that the company earns. But again, the company is doing fairly well. Those numbers are probably actually on the low side compared to what we're actually seeing. So that's kind of the breakdown of what you're looking at. Now, here's the scenario. So I would make $2,800 annually because I sponsor Brady. If he caps, meaning if he sells enough houses to pay $16,000 to the company, every single time he sells a house up until he caps, I get paid a little bit of that $2,800. But $2,800 is the max potential I can make.
Yep.
This is paid out a prorated amount from every single sale. So like I just said, Brady's tier one for me. Brady then adds one frontline qualifying agent named Max to his organization, who has a $16,000 cap. Max is tier one for Brady. Brady would make $2,800 annually because of Max if Max caps. I would make a total of $3,200 annually because of Max, but only if I have 5 people like Brady in my front line, people that sell at least 2 houses every 6 months. Max is tier 2 for me, tier 1 for Brady. Hopefully you guys are following along. Max then recruits ABC team of 5 frontline qualifying realtors that are all on a $16,000 cap. ABC team is tier 3 for me, tier 2 for Brady, and I'm sorry, tier 2 for Brady and tier 1 for Max. Brady would not be able to collect any residual income generated by ABC team until he has at least 5 people like Max in his front line, because ABC team is in Brady's tier 2. He needs 5 to unlock that tier. A potential of $16,000 annually. So Brady would want to get that unlocked. He's going to want to find 4 more people that are crushing their goals and want to learn how to grow. I would not be able to collect any residual income generated by ABC team until I have 10 frontline qualifying realtors in my organization. So that's a potential of $10,000 that I would be losing out on if I don't bring in more people into my front line. So again, it's a wonderfully created machine and model where you're constantly wanting to partner with people to help them sell houses, but it also helps you reach new potential levels of passive income. So again, there's probably going to be questions on that. Please feel free to reach out to us, but that is the magic that you guys have to understand about eXp. It's not a pyramid scheme at all. It is literally, I help people sell houses. I pour into them. The company rewards me for bringing them to the company and helping them be successful.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Any thoughts on that one, Brady?
It's a great way to make some passive income, like you said, Tyler. It's a great way to have a retirement plan. You can pass it off to your children after you pass away. It's a no-brainer in my brain. It makes sense. I understand how it all works, so that maybe helps. But if you guys are a little confused of what's going on, like Tyler said, feel free to reach out.
Yep. Last slide here, I think.
Yep.
It's just a few other points I want to touch on. So just to give you guys a real world example of the potential with this passive income, because it's not pennies, it's not minor things. This is life-changing money that you can make for just helping other agents grow. So I've been with the company since September of 2021. We're not quite at September of 23 yet. So about 1.5 years I've been with eXp. In that time, I have grown my organization. So my tiers, all the people that I'm in business with, to, I believe it's 68 people right now. And it's been incredible. out of, having those 68 partners, I am currently bringing in about $5,000 to $6,000 a month passively. So that's real money. And to me, I put in parentheses, there are 6 rental properties. What I mean by that is, at absolute best, you can go buy a single family home, make it a rental, and maybe make $1,000 a month. And that was back when interest rates were like 3%. Nowadays, it's probably closer to you're making $500, maybe $400 a month. So for me, somebody that wants to create passive income, I look at this $6,000 a month as a potential. Basically, I went and bought 6 rental properties, and I didn't have to pay anything for it. I didn't have to come up with a down payment. I didn't have to manage any tenants. I don't have to make any repairs to the house or any investment. It's literally, this is what I do every single day. Let's jump on a phone call. Let's jump on a Zoom. I'll help you. And it grows from there. So for those of you thinking, oh, I'll just spend all my money and buy rental properties, you absolutely should do that too, because you want to diversify. But this is an investment of time versus money, and you can grow it pretty quickly. Again, 1.5 years, there's no way I'd be making $6,000 a month through rental properties in 1.5 years. Just won't happen.
Nope.
So anyways, that's one thing I want to touch on. To blow your minds even more, we have some direct partners that you saw on that first or second screen there, making anywhere from $50,000 a month up to $500,000 a month passively after just being at the company for 2 to 4 years. And I know a lot of you are thinking, oh, they got in early. They got in early, but it's still early. The projections, again, are going from 90,000 to 500,000 in the next 5 years for agents. And so when these guys got in, there was, instead of 90,000, there was probably like 40,000.
Yeah.
So they've seen it double. We're going to see it 5 times in the next 5 years. So it's not too early. It's not too early at all. And you guys have to stop telling yourself that. There's plenty of time. And I think I touched on the last one.
Yeah.
Plenty of time. So, but yeah, those are real numbers, guys. And I'm not sharing those to brag. I'm sharing those to make you understand the potential opportunity in front of you. It's very important to think of yourself 30 years from now. Are you going to still have the same drive? Are you going to want to be running that real estate team? Are you going to want to be chasing after the next investment property? Or, how many houses do you need to sell to retire comfortably? And how are you going to get there? If you actually think about it, you might be working forever.
Yeah. And
that's no way to live. You got to have an exit strategy. So Brady and I are pretty passionate about making sure everybody's aware of that opportunity. So I hope you guys took something away from this. Our goal was 15 minutes. We went 30, but it's still shorter than 60 minutes on our last. So Brady, if you want to tell people what they can do at this.
Yeah. So thank you, Tyler, for kind of explaining a little bit of everything. If anyone's watching out there, please feel free to either text us, email us, or give us a call. Tyler's email's right there, and his phone number as well as mine. We're willing to answer any question you guys have, or whether to meet in person and talk about it further. We're more than welcome to do that. We just we love helping people, and that's what we love about this model.
Yep. And I just put a offer. If you're watching the webinar, you should see a little green button. It says learn more about partnering with us. You can click here. Just know that will take you right to my collaboration page, and it explains a lot more of this in depth. There's a few other videos on there you could watch if you want more information. And then there's just a link to sign up if you want to do a Zoom or chat more about all this with me and Brady. It's a great opportunity. Don't do yourself a disservice. Look into it, and just know we're an open book. That's what we do. So
yes, we are.
With that being said, I'll do another cheers with my Zevia.
Cheers, buddy.
And looking forward to the future with you, buddy. And
always
a few of these other people that watch this will jump on board. We'd love to have you and show you how you can maybe one day retire and not have to work until you die.
Preach to that, sir.
Yeah. So have a wonderful day, guys. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.
See ya.